everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. We are going to continue working on mean, median, mode, and range. And today is just a review of all that. So I have printed out a short little guided notes worksheet. It looks identical to the worksheet that you're going to be turning in and completing for us. And then you're going to have 10 questions to go with it. What I did was I took the actual chart that you had and I changed the numbers for Class A. We're not going to use Class B for the guided notes today, okay? So we're only going to use the Class A worksheet notes. I changed numbers for Class A. So just as a reminder, let's go over the definitions for mean, median, mode, and range. If you remember, the range is when you order your numbers from smallest to largest. And it's always important to really order those numbers from smallest to largest. So the range is when you take the biggest number and you subtract the smallest number from it. And it's the difference between those numbers. And when you think about that, the range is the difference of something, how far something is apart. That's always your range. So it's the difference between the smallest and the largest number. Mode is the number that appears the most often or the most common score. So I would think of it as if I have one number that's listed 4 times and the rest of the numbers are listed 1 or 2 times, the number that appears 4 times is going to be your number that appears most often or your most common. So that would be your mode. Your median. This is the one that we noticed some people are having some trouble with last time. You want to list your numbers from smallest to largest, and it's that number in the middle. It's that number in the direct middle when your scores are middle listed from smallest to largest. Now what we did for the worksheet today is we left it with an odd, I'm in a shadow, with an odd number. But when you have an even number of data, then you're going to have to take those 2 numbers in the middle, add them together, and then divide by the total number of units in the set of data. And then the last one is the mean. This is the one that takes the most work. You take all the numbers, you add them up, and then you divide by the total number that you have in your data set. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. And that's what we did last week. All right, so let me move my computer this way. All right, so right here, it's like this. I just changed it up a little bit. It says you have 2 classes that take a math test, and this table shows the scores of the kids in each class. So Class A and Class B. I'm going to move this here. Sorry, guys. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right, so we've got Class A and we've got Class B. So Class A is what we're going to look at because they're asking us what is the range for Class A, mode for Class A, median for Class A, and mean for Class A. So when I look at this information, I'm only looking at Class A. Now, we were nice and we totaled it up for you. They gave us 10, 9, 7, 6, 9, 8, 4, 2, 5. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take all these numbers and we're going to list them from smallest to largest. So I'm going to start with my 2. Then I'm going to look, what else do I have in here? I have a 2. And then what's my next largest number? I have a 4. And then I have a 5. Then I have a 6. And then I have, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 2 times, and a 10. And I want to make sure I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, range. Take all of your data and subtract your largest number and your smallest number. So my range is 8. Okay. Now the mode, the number that appears the most often. So I'm just going to rewrite my data. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10. What number do you see the most? There's 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 2 9s, and a 10. So the number that appears most often is number 9. Okay, now the median. So we're going to list our numbers again, smallest to largest. And this one's really important that your data is in order, smallest to largest. All right, and what we're going to do is for the medians, we're going to find that number in the middle. So we start here, we get rid of this number and this number. We work back from the inside out. Get rid of the 4 and the 9, the 5 and the 9, the 6 and the 8. So what am I left with? My median of 7. All right, and then this last one, the mean. We're going to add up all of our data. So I'm just going to take my numbers again. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8, 9, 9, and 10. And when we add that up, it tells me I get a number of 60. All right, so we take all those numbers and we add them up. And then what we have to do is we have to divide by the number of elements in the set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to divide by 9. So 60 divided by 9 is going to give me 6.66666. So my answer is going to be 6.6. And that's going to be my answer. Now, when you do your worksheet, I changed these numbers for this worksheet because this one actually is going to equal 50 on the other one. So you're going to have to actually go back and do it. There's going to be 10 questions. 9 and 10 are a little bit of a challenge question. You guys can handle it. You just have to use common sense, all right? So one of them is going to ask you a question of the difference between the numbers. Well, when do we find the difference of numbers? Maybe the range, hint, hint. I'm not going to tell you the other one. That was number 10. All right? So anyway, if you guys have any questions, you can message Ms. Skapiak or I. But this is just, it's a review quiz for mean, median, mode, and range, okay? So you guys will be good with what we're doing. All right? Next week, we're going to review doing simplifying expressions where you guys are combining like terms, and we're going to continue with that as well. Also, if you are offered the grade enhancement opportunity, do not forget that is due by May 14th. You have to send us notes for your what you've been reviewing, and then once you do that, we'll send you the quiz. I would not wait till May 14th to take that test because we actually have to submit your grade to administration by May 14th, and we're giving you 2 opportunities to make the grade. All right, guys, we miss you bunches, and we hope you guys are doing well. Bye.